Hello children, let's begin with the next topic of the chapter 7, that is lifelines of national economy, that is roadways. India has one of the largest road network in the world, about that is 54.7 lakh kilometers in 2014-15. Roadways have preceded over railways, that is they are always above the railways because of the construction cost. Construction cost of the roadways is less in comparison to the railways. First is construction cost of the roadways. These are the reasons given for all the advantages of the roadways. Generally the question come in exam regarding to write the advantages of the roadways or how roadways are preceded over the railways. First point is construction cost of the roads is much lower in that of the railway lines. That is because roadways construction we require only the pebbles and the charcoal and the paving of the road is done. But for the construction of the railways required iron also, we required the large stones also and the other material. Moreover, not even simple laying down of the railway track is sufficient. We require the compartments also. We require the train also for running on the railway track. Second point, roads can traverse comparatively more dissect and building topography. That is easy to construct the roads on the hilly areas, but it is very difficult to construct a railway track in the hilly areas because government also construct the this infrastructure only in those areas where the population is more. So therefore the dense network of the railways is more in the plain areas in comparison to the hilly areas. So in the hilly areas roadways are more beneficial. Roads can negotiate higher gradient slopes and as such as traverse mountains such as the Himalayas. That is, roadways can pass through the Himalayas also. Road transport is economical in transportation of few person and relatively smaller amount of goods in short distances. That is easy to transport people and the goods over the short distances. Roadways is more convenient. Okay, suppose if you want to go to the Dehradun, so we will prefer to go by road instead of by train because road will take hardly 2 hours but the train will take at least 3 to 4 hours. It also provides door-to-door service, thus the cost of loading unloading is much lower. Your courier services is a door-to-door service. Okay, courier service of any kind, even your postman, they also provide you the door-to-door service. Even the gas cylinders that are provided at home, they are also the door-to-door service. Road transport is also used as a feeder to other modes of transport, such as they provide link between railway station, air and seaport. Automatically it is there. When you want to go to the railway station, we'll go first by road, then we reach to the railway station. If you want to go by air also, first you will go by road to the airport, then we will take the by air route from there. So they act as a feeder to the other means of the transport. Next is, in India, roads are classified in the following 6 classes. First is Golden Quadrilateral Superhighway. The government has launched a major road development project linking Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai and Delhi by 6-lane superhighway. The North-South corridor linking Srinagar to Kanyakumari in the Tamil Nadu and East-West corridor connecting Silchar in Assam and Porbandar in Gujarat are the part of this project. Look at this map. See, from Srinagar till your Kanyakumari is the north-south corridor that is shown with the grey color line, and from Silchar in the Assam here till your Porbandar in Gujarat is your east-west corridor. Okay, connecting the east and western side of the India. This connecting the major route 6-lane superhighway that is connecting Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and your Kolkata. This is the yellow color that is shown is called as the Golden Quadrilateral. The major objective of these superhighways is to reduce the time and distance between the mega cities. Okay, that is because all the cities are important cities, they are metropolitan cities, to reduce the time for reaching to these areas. Therefore, this Golden Quadrilateral and the other superhighways have been constructed. Their project has been carried on under the National Highway Authority of the India. Next is national highways. National highways link extreme parts of the country. They are primary road system and are laid and maintained by the CPWD, that is Central Public Works Department. Number of major national highways are there in the north to south and the east-west direction. Example, the historical Sher Shah Suri Marg is called the National Highway number 1 between Delhi and Amritsar. Okay, that is a GT road. That is your Ambala road is the GT road only. That is also the national highway. Even your Dehradun road in the Sahanpur, that is also your national highway. State highways. Roads linking a state capital with different district headquarters are known as the state highways. When the district headquarters, suppose in the Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow is there. Lucknow is the capital of Uttar Pradesh. It is connected to the different districts of the Uttar Pradesh. It is called as a state highway, connected by the roads. This work is done under the Public Works Department in the state and the union territory. District roads connect the district headquarters and the other places of the district. These roads are maintained by the Zilla Parishad. As we are living in the Sahanpur is the district. It is connected to the Sarsawa, Nagal, Chutmalpur, Gagaledi by the road that is called as the district road, that connects the main district with the adjoining rural areas, that is termed as your district road. Next comes your other roads. Rural roads which link rural areas and villages with towns and classified under this category. These roads received special impetus under the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. That is, this rural roads, they got the speed. Impetus means that is speed under the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. Under this scheme, special provision are made so that every village in the country is linked to a major town in the country by all-season motorable road. That government has been taken major steps to construct more roads in the rural areas, so that it is easy for the rural people also to move from one place to another, even for the transporting of the goods, transporting of the raw material from the rural area to the industrial area. Next comes the border roads. Apart from these, border roads are organization a government of India undertaking constructs and maintains roads on the border areas of the country. Example, near the Indo-Pakistan border, Indo-Bangladesh border, Myanmar, Indo-China border, Indo-Myanmar border. To all these, the border roads are constructed there so that the protection of the border areas can be done. This organization established in 1960 for the development of roads of strategic importance in the northern and northeastern border areas. Question can come why and when and why this border road organization was established. These roads have improved accessibility in the areas of difficult terrain and helped in the economic development of these areas. It has helped in the economic development of the area as well as in the development of the region also.